Tonight, we're going back. Way back. Not to a glamorous time of knights and courtly love, but to something a bit grittier. A time of filth, fleas, and food that actively hated you. Welcome to the Middle Ages, where surviving a single morning is its own kind of miracle. Before we get into the suffering, take a second to like and subscribe, but only if you enjoy bleak historical realities served with a dash of sarcasm. And hey, drop a comment. Where are you watching from, and what time is it where you are? I love seeing our little digital village grow. Now, dim the lights, maybe light a candle, but not too close to your hay-filled mattress, and let's begin. You blink awake in the year 1325. Congratulations, you're alive. Unfortunately, so is everything else crawling on and around you. You're lying on a lumpy pile of straw that pretends to be a bed. It's home to more bugs than actual stuffing, and it smells faintly of mildew, goat, and regret. Your blanket is a wool sheet that hasn't been washed since the last time someone fell into a river. It now weighs about the same as a medium-sized child, entirely due to accumulated grime. The alarm clock? That would be the church bell. No snooze button, just one massive clang echoing across your skull like divine punishment. Your home is a one-room wooden shack. No windows, no doors that close properly, and absolutely no concept of privacy. You, your family, a chicken, and a possibly demon-possessed goat all share the same cramped space. The smell? Think fermented hay, stale sweat, wet dog, and something in the corner that may or may not be rotting. The floor is either soaked from last night's rain, which leaked straight through your thatch roof, or crusted with chicken gifts. Either way, your bare feet are now part of the compost cycle. Need the bathroom? That's cute. There's no toilet, no paper, not even a hole in the ground with dignity. You walk outside, clutching your dignity like it might run away. It will, and squat over a bucket behind the house. Uncle Hrothgar got there first, and let's just say, he left a legacy. When you're done, you toss the contents, into the street. With a polite yell of "Gardy-loo!" to warn passers-by that a medieval surprise is incoming. Spoiler, they rarely move fast enough. And yes, your street now doubles as an open sewer, a meandering cocktail of waste, mud, and animal droppings. You step carefully, or you step in it. Feeling peckish? Don't. Breakfast is a wooden bowl of pottage. Meat? Only on feast days. Cheese? Maybe if your neighbor dies and leaves some behind. Fruit? If it's in season and you beat the birds to it. Your outfit? A single wool tunic. Stiff, scratchy, and scented like livestock. You've worn it for months, maybe years. No underwear unless you're lucky, and even then it's more ceremonial than functional. Shoes? You wish. Most peasants go barefoot through mud, rocks, and God knows what else. If you do have footwear, it's made of sad, cracking leather and offers about as much support as a damp leaf. Fleas, lice, and bedbugs. Constant companions. Think of them as medieval accessories. Everyone's got them. They don't discriminate. By now you've eaten, scratched half your skin off, and trudged through your own street soup. Your teeth? Probably falling out. Your back? Sounds like it's made of broken furniture. You're 23 years old and already considered seasoned. Maybe even wise. Mostly because you've somehow survived this long. And that, my friends, is just the morning. Want the rest of the day? The diseases, the death rate, the dental hygiene? Let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll guide you through a full 14th century nightmare hour by hour. Until then, be grateful for your running water, your mattress, and your total lack of rats in your soup. You're halfway through the day and it feels like you've aged 3 decades since sunrise. Time to work, because no one in 1325 retires unless it's into the grave. Your job? You're probably a peasant farmer. Congratulations! Your boss is the weather, your co-workers are cows, and your performance review involves starvation. You grab your one tool, a bent, rusty hoe that your great-grandfather made from spite and iron. Then off to the fields. The sun beats down, but don't worry, you won't get sunburned. You're already covered in a protective layer of grime, sweat, and sadness. You work until your back screams, your hands bleed, and your stomach growls like a cursed wolf. Speaking of stomachs, time for dinner. Yes, dinner happens at midday. That sad puddle of barley and onion water you ate earlier, that was breakfast. Dinner is another bowl of pottage. Except now, someone threw in a dried pea. Maybe a sprig of herb if the garden wasn't trampled by pigs. The whole thing is flavored by disappointment and wood smoke. You eat while sitting on a log, staring off into the distance, wondering if you'll live long enough to be old enough to feel old. After lunch, you keep working. Maybe in the fields. Maybe patching holes in the roof that keeps trying to kill you with leaks. Maybe collecting firewood or trying to shoo a fox out of the chicken coop. Again. If you're not a farmer, you might be a blacksmith, a miller, a tanner, enjoy the smell, or a cooper, which